Hello, church. This is Dr. Tony. My topic for today, God's purpose for your life. A question often asked in life: why am I here? What am I expected to be doing? Where am I heading? What is God's purpose for my life? Now, where do you begin if you want to find the answers? And how do you know if you're on the right path? You can't simply make a bunch of plans and expect God to bless them. When you pray, you don't plan and then pray. You pray and then plan. God does not participate in what is not His idea. You need to discover God's purpose for you. Allow God to show you His plan step by step. He will show you His overall purpose and then His specific purpose for you. In this teaching, we will deal with His overall purpose. There are 4 keys to find the overall purpose for you: precious, picked, prepared, purpose. Now I want to tell you a story of 2 men who failed when trial and temptation knocked at their door. This story and its characters are fictitious, meant to bring out a valuable point. A rich businessman in England ordered a large consignment of highly priced golden apples from Mr. Sonawala, a businessman of Mumbai, generally considered a good and honest man. He in turn ordered his servant Nakli to handpick the best golden apple from his orchard. Though Nakli was generally honest, he often gave way to temptation. Seeing such a huge consignment, he was tempted to get rich quick. So he mixed good quality apples with 20% inferior speckled ones and shipped them to England. Within a short span of time, Mr. Sonawala, God bless him, this is just a fictitious name, okay? God bless Mr. Sonawala. Yes, he received the consignment back with spoiled apples, which had turned from sona, golden color, to copper. He lost his business and credibility. He got violent, sacked his servant, Nakli, and went in for a nervous breakdown. The servant Nakli was so humiliated and discouraged that he hanged himself. Trial and temptation proved the value of both. Proverbs 24:10. If you grow weak when trouble comes or when you are under pressure, your strength is very small. Let's look at the first word, precious. John 15:16. You have not chosen me, I have chosen you. John 5:41-44. I am not craving to receive praise from men. You accept praise from one another, but you make no effort to receive praise that comes from God. Psalms 139:17. Dear God, how precious are your thoughts towards me. How many desperately seek to receive praise from others, but don't look to receive praise from God. The Lord says He chose you. Therefore, you are very precious. It does not matter what man thinks of you. What God thinks of you is more important. Second, picked. God handpicked you. That is why you are so important. You are not an accident or a mistake. He chose you. John 15:16. Prepared. Trials and temptations follow us throughout life. Through them, God prepares us for the purpose He created us. Our character is on display. How we handle them speaks of how ready we are to be used by them. You know someone best when you see them react in all types of situations, trials, temptation. God tests us in our strength to make us stronger. Satan tempts us in our weakness to make us weaker and fall. Remember, God is preparing you for the purpose He has for you. Don't blame God when you are tempted. God cannot be tempted by evil, and He does not use evil to tempt others. We are tempted by our own desires that drag us off and trap us. James chapter 1:13 and 14. Purpose. We are precious, we are picked, we are prepared for a purpose. What is that purpose? To be fruit bearers. The Lord says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you stay joined to me and I stay joined to you, then you will produce lots of fruit. I chose you and sent you out to produce fruit, the kind of fruit that will last. Then my Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. John chapter 15 and 1 Peter 1. Now in the book of Daniel, chapter 1, 3 and 6, 4 men passed with flying colors in trial and temptation. Do not forget, God works in all things for our good. Romans 8:28. Therefore, in all circumstances, in every situation, give thanks. For this is the will of God. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. When trials and temptation come, trust and worship. Then you are ready to be used by God. Will you be a fruit bearer for the Lord? Tell Him in your own words. So we have seen, dear beloved people, we have seen God's purpose for your life. And I've shown you 4 different words: precious, picked, prepared, and purpose. God bless you.